Let's talk about Palworld, a game that is taking the gaming world by storm. But is it just a Pokemon ripoff? Or is it an original game? This is a question that has been circulating around the internet for the last couple of weeks. Palworld released on the 19th of January and absolutely soared to the top of the sales list. It made over 5 million copies in its first couple of days, and it currently, at the time of this video, has over 100,000 positive reviews on Steam. But why is this game so popular, and why is everyone thinking that it is just a Pokemon ripoff? Or is it an original game? Well, let's talk about it. Palworld is commonly known as Pokemon with guns because essentially it is a crafter survival game where you run around a large open map collecting pals, which essentially look a lot like Pokemons that just roam around in the wild, and you can collect them, you can butcher them to death, or you can use them as slaves to work on your base. But you collect these pals, you take them back to your base, and you can make them work on crafting weapons, crafting the Pokeballs, whatever they're called, and just building your base in general, making it a better place for you to work and more optimized. But the thing is, it is circulating that everyone is saying that the pals are just ripped off. I mean, there's some of them that just look like a straight up Pikachu, and others that look dangerously close to Pokemon. But is it an actual rip-off, and will Pokemon look to sue them? Well, the issue here is that the concept of catching monsters has been around long before Pokemon, but Pokemon has been the biggest name in the market for the past 30 years or so. But there's been other games that have done this successfully, like Digimon. But the thing is, as long as it's different from Pokemon and not just a straight drag and drop copy, you can't copyright an idea. And it is far enough removed from the Pokemon brand and from the idea of Pokemon that they should be okay. But will Palworld be in the danger zone here? Will Pokemon look to come after them? Now, the reason why it's so successful is because Pokemon is only available on Nintendo. They're not available on Steam unless you go through an emulator or something like that. And it is just completely different. They've got their own section in Nintendo or on mobile phones. Whereas Palworld is now available on Steam for people to buy, which is a massive untapped market, and that's the reason why it's been so successful. And it is a different concept. But you look at things like PUBG and Warzone, they are two completely different games by two completely different companies, but they are extremely similar. They're both open world games where you have to shoot and kill everyone, and then the last person standing is the winner. It is essentially the same game, but one isn't being accused of copying the other because they are different enough that you can't copyright an idea. And that is where Palworld, I think, is going to be in the safe zone here, because it is different. Now, you basically start off being dropped in the world of pals, and you have no idea how you got to this world, and you have to start off with nothing and collect some pals and build your base, and then go towards the ultimate goal, which is fighting the big boss at the end. But there's no gym trainers here. There's no other things that you have to do like there is in Pokemon. You literally just have to roam the land, collect resources, farm the resources, and you can also do multiplayer in this and have, I think it's up to 32 players. Where in multiplayer, where you can all work together to craft resources, collect pals, build the base, all of that sort of thing. And it is just very good. You can butcher the pals if you really want and be mean and kill them all, or you can catch them all. But is it just Pokemon with guns? What do you think? Let me know in the comments. Is it any different? But this game is taking the world by storm, and it looks amazing. It is a different concept on an already great game, and it just makes it something completely different. There's loads of people I know that have played it that absolutely love it. I've had a go at it myself. I really enjoy it. But the whole concept of building your own base, capturing pals, putting them to work in your base to make it bigger and better, leveling them up and merging them together to make them even better and stronger, and going around a big vast open world to collect resources to level yourself up and have that natural progression that goes with the game. It has all the elements you want for a great game, and it is in an untapped market that nobody's managed to do before. So are you in the camp of pro Palworld, or do you think it's just a Pokemon ripoff? Let me know in the comments.